when you see these, better run. Okay, they come in two different palettes. We're gonna go through all the colors here in just a second, but we have the outer glow, which is more of these cool undertones in here. Absolutely gorgeous. A mix of mattes, a mix of shimmers, highly pigmented. And then we have these warm undertones here in the inner fire. These palettes are going to run 40, making it a little under $7 for each eyeshadow with a ton in there. So it's quite the deal. And there's endless possibilities. I have done every mixture you can possibly imagine to make every look that you want. So let's get into swatching these shades. Let's start with Outer Glow. This is a sunrise inspired eyeshadow palette. We're going to start off with Glistening Aura. Gorgeous. Then we have our Lilac Sparks. Really beautiful. And then we have our Pink Inferno. Look how absolutely pigmented our first three are.
Pattern is a really important part of the Serena and Lily narrative, and it's part of our DNA.
Now for some of our darker colors, we have our Smokin' Taupe.
That's a beautiful color.
Great blendable color. Then we have our Hearts Aflame, gorgeous, beautiful purple. And then we have our Fierce Purple, which is an amazing matte to deepen the tones. How do we love this one? Now we have our Inner Fire, and this is sunset inspired. So starting off here, we have our Ignited Ivory. Wow, pop of very bright. Then we have our Gold Greatness here in the middle. Absolutely vibrant gold. And then we have our Radiant Bronze. Holy smokes, is that just not amazing? Wow. Okay, so for our bottom three, we're going into some of our matte colors here. This is our Hot Clay, nice warm matte brown there. Then we have our Fiery Coral right here in the middle. That's absolutely gorgeous. Wow, that's gonna make some blue eyes pop right there. And then we have it Bring It Brown, which is another gorgeous matte, deeper color there, staying in those warm tones. Amazing.
Thank you, Melanie, for sharing that. That was amazing. I always love different people's perspective on stuff. All right, I'm just putting this in the chat. Total number of new faces. I'm just going to ask you guys. So go ahead, and for the week, we would love to know your total sales for the week and total number of new faces. And if anybody added a new team member, we'd love to cheer you on for that. So tell me who iPhone. I don't know. We have an iPhone, a Zoom user, and a Motorola. So let me know who you are. If your name is not on your thing, let me know who you are. And we have, oh, Sherry. Okay, great. So Sherry did 120. Is that like Sherry White Sherry? Oh, Sherry Tully. Sorry. East Coast girls. Okay. So we've got Sherry Tully here with 120, and she's feeling better, thank God. Connie, two new faces. Good for you. Congratulations. And we'll be recapping this at the end as well. So everybody type in their total faces. That includes you too, Lori. Total sales, total faces. Well, since so not just this week, so since last Tuesday, I think it was like 580. We had a lot of fun last night. Sandy, 350 guest checkout. So Sandy Mulder, you had a 350 guest checkout and a reorder. Don't you guys love that? So guest checkout is when Cindy Sotelo and Felicia are here on Zoom. Congratulations, you guys. I got to meet them yesterday, or meet them. I mean, I already met Cindy, but I got to see her daughter again, who's going to become a brand new Dynamite consultant again. So I'm super excited to have you back, Felicia. Cindy Sotelo, if you're available, can you unmute yourself really quick and tell us what was it like last night to watch a skincare class? I think we had 9 models around the table last night. It's probably been a while since you watched a class. Can you just unmute and tell us what that was like?
It was fabulous. It was really good.
What did you learn from last night?
I learned a lot of things that I should have already known.
You did what?
I said I learned a lot of things that I should have already known.
Okay. It's so funny
Uh,
because every time Felicia tried a product, she turned around, she goes, Mom, do we have this at home? Like we were talking about different products and they were like, because you guys, how many of you guys are in a habit of wearing the same 10 things over and over again, right? How many of you guys have tried our boosters? How many of you guys are trying the new retinol 0.3? So it's super important that you try all the products that we have. Okay, so Sherry Tully's on iPhone. Oh, Magda's here from Arizona. Thank you for that. And you guys are on Zoom. So who is the other iPhone 166?
Hi, it's Felicia.
It's who?
Felicia.
Oh, Felicia, how? Okay, I didn't know. That's why you and your mom are on your phone. So,
I can't put the video up. I'm sorry.
no, it's totally good. So, Felicia, what did you learn from last night?
Oh, I learned a lot from last night's spa class with you. It was pretty amazing. It was definitely empowering, motivation. Like you want to just start. That's what you did for me.
Okay, and we had a couple of young men. We had three 19-year-old guys
Oh
decide to
yeah,
stay
there
with their
was
girlfriends.
gentlemen
So we had
there.
guys doing the men's skincare and charcoal. So it was super fun. Well, I'm super excited to have you back. Two bookings this week. Is congratulations on that. So I'm excited for you guys, and we're gonna type all that down and go through all that. So Lori, I would love to. Oh, Lori did 5 new faces and new bookings because you guys, that is truly the lifeline of our business is new bookings, right? And Carrie, 2 new faces, 450 in sales. Congratulations on that. So you guys, it's the new faces. Mary Kay used to say to us, "Faces take you places." All right, Miss Lori, let me turn it over to you for events.
Okay. Yes. And I realize how much follow-up I still need to do. Huh. Yes. Okay. So tomorrow, we have I say another because we've already had some great holiday sales ideas. But there is another one tomorrow. It's our usual Wednesday event, and this one is on holiday strategies. So I understand there's a panel. Um, and so that's the usual time and place.
And Lori,
And
if I can just make, oops, sorry, if I can just make one comment about tomorrow. So what Janice says is she has 6 directors, each teaching a different thing. So we'll be covering like how to sell the husbands, how to sell the businesses. So each director is going to have 7 minutes to cover a specific topic. So I hope that not only will you be on taking notes, but that you all, when you're done, will pick two, just like we talked about last week, 2 to 3 things to focus on. Each director is going to have specific, either a handout or a guideline. So pick the 2 or 3 things that really touch your heart, like maybe holiday coffees are your thing or whatever, and run with those. So you're going to get to hear a lot of great info tomorrow. All right, Lori, sorry, go ahead.
thank you. No, but then the following day, is the same Zoom is the infamous Jen Bessaker, who, you know, has a very storied background, was just a really, really, really young mom and became a single mom with several children when she was even in her early 20s, but very hard worker and just was plucked out of corporate America and did Mary Kay and did well and then the and she one of her famous stories is that when the pandemic hit she was like, oh, I don't know, no, I'm not going to do online things, and she realized oh yes, she was going to do that. Well, now it's history because she just decided, yes, she did need to learn how to do everything. And she learned so well that in 1 year, she was able to retail $180,000 retail, and she did it online.
And
So,
Lori, will you repeat that, please?
yeah, in 1 year, she
This is when it was
retailed
100% virtual. This is during I think this was in
pandemic.
2021 when people were
Yeah.
still not doing a lot in person, right?
Right. And she perfected for herself the Facebook, party.
Yep.
And she learned really how to create relationships online through her Facebook Live parties and did a phenomenal job with it. And in 1 year, she retailed $180,000 of Mary Kay. So,
That's equivalent of earning 4 diamond rings. Like that's like I can't even imagine. And she said 90% of it was CDS. I mean, if the people were local to her, like really close by, she'd put it in a bag and drop it off. But can you guys imagine her saying, oh my God.
yeah, she has an amazing story. So, she's she's great. Then, let's see. We have our usual, well, believe it or not, we're coming up on month end. Last day to place orders for September is the 30th, which is next Tuesday. Oh!
Right.
And then I understand, whoops, I haven't studied it yet, but I understand the first we will have skincare on that Wednesday as well.
Yeah, she's posting everything tomorrow. But so here's just a couple things if you guys haven't caught all this, it's all on boards. There is free shipping on the 27th if your order's 250 wholesale. So if you guys have got people on your team that are inactive or whatever, let them know. Say, hey, if you want Diane to pay for shipping on the 27th, the most important thing is that they text me how they want to be reimbursed because I'm spending a ton of time trying to text people back to say, do you want Venmo? Do you want Zelle? Some people want me to mail them a check, which is fine. But anyway, so that is on the 27th. This is a really fun contest in honor of the company's 62nd year. Is going back, you guys, to the first of the month, and you'd be amazed. Like I had a customer today order 2 brow pencils, 2 brow tints, a mascara, an eye makeup remover, her CC cream, and her moisturizer. So just one lady bought 8 things. So it doesn't mean like one person buys one thing. This is like, you know what I mean? Somebody buys satin hand set, that's 3 things. So it doesn't take much to get to 62. So you can have a bundle of holiday wrapping and packaging from Court of Achievers with this really beautiful pin, which I wear mine all the time and I get bookings from it because people see it and it's sparkly and it's beautiful. Okay, Lori, any other thing you want to talk really quickly about this as well?
Okay, so yeah, the company has gone to 2 month contests, and so for the consistency of placing a 600 wholesale cumulative in both September and October, one can earn a beautiful Mary Kay branded felt board. Now, I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can change up the letters
Oh
on.
yeah, it comes with an entire bag of like two or three sets of letters. Yeah,
Okay. So you
it's
can,
and it's actually pretty big. I'm going to use it at my booth events.
there you go. You can use it booth events. You can use it like a goal board, a dream board. Yeah, all those things. So,
And how do you get on target for this, Lori?
okay. So it says place a minimum cumulative 600 wholesale in both September and October. So in order to get this, you have to do your 600 by the end of September, cumulative.
Right.
And yeah, and booth events. Yes, it's a great idea,
And
Melanie.
so congratulations to Janine Whitus, who already has in over 600. Carrie McCurdy has in over 600. Julie Gushwa, you are so close. You're like 52 dollars away.
Wow.
We have Monique is over 600. Angela's over 600. So we have 5 or 6 of you that are already over 600 this month. So congratulations to you guys. You guys are on target for this. Laura, let me see if there's any other flyer. Of course, I
Well,
want to do it.
just remember that just a few days left for September special deals.
Yeah, and if you guys
Oh,
have not seen this, which I'm sure
yes.
you all have, this is the
Please.
stuff that's being phased out. Some of this is already sold out. Like I believe Juicy Peach is already gone. Like some of these shadows are already gone. But these are the 12 shadows, the 4 cheek
I
colors that
think
they're
some of
phasing
the
out.
mineral press powders are also.
Pressed powders are all sold out. I believe Rich
Yeah.
Truffle is gone. The retinol may or may not be there, but there is the new retinol. And then although the concealers are gone and the under eye corrector, they do have the new one. So it's not like we don't have those, it's just not that one. And of course, I really hope you guys are using this monthly special deals. If you're new to Mary Kay and you're like, I don't even know what this monthly special deals thing is, like, what is this? I would suggest you go here to how to use this and click on this link. When you click on this, it's going to tell you the story about Monica, literally her story. And it's going to show, is this her story? Yeah. So this explains to you, here's the flyer, and you can download it as a PDF. But then she's going to explain how she uses it. She's going to walk you through the special deals. It explains how she was interviewed by the company because she spent more money on Section 2 than any other consultant in the company. And she thought, well, that's not a good reason to get interviewed. So she called a few other previous queens and they said, "Oh, we don't give samples. We just give full-size product at half off when they buy a lot." And she's like, "What?" So she has a graphic design background. She was a graphic designer prior to being a Mary Kay director. So she puts these flyers together. So she gives this example of this lady spent $100 buying a perfume and these other two products. So she was eligible for 2 items on special deals that month. So the lady chose Repair Cleanser and this purple jar of oil-free hydrating gel. That was her total purchase. So it was a $130 purchase, right? Within less than a year, that lady ended up ordering a total of 4 more jars at full price. And she actually held a party so that she could get 2 more as hostess credit
Wow.
just by buying that one at that discount. So she's going to explain to you how special deals work. If you decide how to upsell, how do you double deal? So if you guys want to have a phenomenal September and maybe you haven't had the sales that you wanted to do this month yet, double deals are really fun. Don't give your customers a ton of notice, but you need to give them enough notice that they jump on it. All right. So you could say, well, this Thursday and Friday are double deal days, and it explains how you can do double deals. It even gives you graphics of how to what to post and all of that. So these are all here, but this is not something you'll send to a customer. Okay. So this is for you to see. Okay. I just want to make sure you all see that. But if you go back, can you guys see me? I'm back on boards now or not?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go here, here's the monthly master text that you can just send out. That has the flyer for the month on it. And when you send just this instead of the flyer, see, I used to just send the flyer, but by sending them this, it gives them, like, let's say they say vitamin C. I don't know, do I want that? When they scroll down, it's going to give them a blurb about each one of the gifts. Here's the palette. Here's a little blurb about the cleanser that's on special. Here is a blurb about the night or the firming eye cream. Here's about the vitamin C. And each of these videos are like 30 seconds. So here's a 30-second video on vitamin C. So this fun email or text that you send out literally explains every single product that's on special to get them excited. I've even had customers actually even bump up what they're buying just so they could get another thing at half price, which I've never totally understood, but whatever. All right. Anything else, Lori, that you want to cover?
Nope. Do you have anything else? Did I miss anything?
I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So what I'd like to do, you guys, before we go into the next, by the way, Melanie Nelson, I'm glad to have you back. You've been gone for a while, and I know you've got like sinus issues and not feeling great, but I'm grateful that you're back on. I'm glad you're back home safe. Okay. Do you guys remember all of us talking about sharing the career opportunity during the holidays? Who remembers that conversation? Anybody? Anybody remember us talking about the career opportunity? So what are some of the ways that we talked about sharing the career opportunity? We talked about the 10 reasons people would want to join during the holidays. Does anybody remember what any of those were? Feel free to unmute and just shout it out. What are some of the reasons people would want to join pre-Christmas? Obviously, to buy their Christmas presents at half off, right? Why else?
Tax advantages.
Yeah, tax advantages like having a baby in December. Tax write-off their starter kit, their business cards. Why else? Anybody?
You see people you wouldn't otherwise see.
Yeah, you're probably going to see relatives. You could practice on them if you're going someplace. You could take your starter bag with you if you're traveling someplace for Thanksgiving or whatever. Even if you did satin hands and satin lips on everybody, or after everyone's had a platter of turkey, they're all feeling sleepy anyway. Might as well get their faces ready for bed, right? People like to have get-togethers. Exactly, Melanie. Thank you for that. Most money spent during the year. There we go. So there's also the end of PCP at end of month. Oh, thank you for reminding us on that, Connie. You can enroll in the winter lookbook, which I believe is also going to have some holiday items in it. And the deadline to enroll is October 1st, I believe, is the very, very last day. And it'll go out first week of November. So that's going to be also holiday related. So you guys definitely want to make sure that's sent out. Thank you for that reminder, Connie. Okay, so we were talking about sharing about the career opportunity during the holidays. And one of the things I love is what I did last night is I put out a sheet and just said, there's 3 ways to get Mary Kay, ladies. Tonight, you can become a customer of mine. I'd love to take care of you, and I'm happy to take care of you. And I will wrap things in tissue, but I do make 50% profit on everything I sell. So the second way you can get Mary Kay today is to decide, well, I want a half off shopping spree and book a party for me. Get 3, 5, 8 of your girlfriends or guy friends, whatever, around a table, and we'll have some fun. Do it on the back of the hand, do it on the face. We'll have a blast. But the third way, if you want that 50% discount to continue, is to become a consultant. So I'm going to share with you 2 really fun handouts. These are posted on both Facebook and on board. So this is one that you literally could laminate. And can you guys all see this? Laminate this and use this under your tray and mirror. Literally face up. It says, are you looking for freedom and an opportunity to work from home? Earn 50% on all your sales. No monthly quota. Work virtually anywhere. Earn the car of your choice. Travel, retirement, 90% buyback. Website provided for an entire year. Drop ship right from the company to your customer's door. Free training. And then it shows in the 35 and the $450 retail value bag for only 90. I think that's a great flyer. Okay. So let's just say I was walking through a mall and Magda walked by and she's dressed super sugar sharp. And I see her beautiful smile and I say, oh my gosh. I said, excuse me, I don't normally do this. This is literally what I say, but you look absolutely amazing. I'm a people watcher. I work in the beauty industry and you just absolutely look amazing. Most women don't even seem to think about how they look when they walk out of their house. And I said, so I just want to tell you how absolutely sharp you are. It will make her day. And then I'll say, would it be okay if I offered you a free sample of a mask or a skincare item? And she'll say, sure. And then I would take it out and hand it to her. And then I would get her name and number and ask her if I could follow up with her. So let's say Magda and I are at a facial and I let her try the product and she falls in love with the product. And she's like, oh my God, Diane, I want everything. I want microderm. I want everything. I'm going to hand her this flyer. Now, I'm having this laminated tomorrow at FedEx Kinko's, and I'm going to put this under trays and mirrors over the next couple of months. And it's called the Mary Kay Try It Pilot Program. Now, a top director friend of mine used this at her party on the weekend, last Saturday. 3 of the 5 people at the party, at the kitchen table, filled out an agreement right there at the table. And I said, Emily, I go, what? She goes, Diane, she goes, I didn't even act like it was any big deal. Like every party, 3 people sign up. It says, try Mary Kay for the holidays and see what you think. You never know. You just might like it. How it works, start for 35. It's a simple online order form ASAP this fall. So you want them to sign up immediately. We have product knowledge and support systems in place for all new consultants. Plus we have a ton of fun. So plug in. Profit. Use your profits for a cash holiday season. Shop in your own Mary Kay store for gifts at half off. And then do beauty sessions with friends, virtual, on Facebook, over Zoom, or at a friend's house. You get to choose. But have fun with your team. Have fun with our team, events, meetings, confidence, and positive women. So have fun. When the holidays are over, here's your options. You can stay on. Take advantage of keep getting stuff at half off and service those friends and family. Or maybe you go, man, I had a blast. I want to move up the career path because you absolutely loved it. Had a blast, made money, and you want more. Or maybe you decide it wasn't for you, but better that you tried it and then to always wonder let me start this over. Or decide it wasn't for you, but better that you tried it and know that to always wonder. You can stay on for the discount or become a customer again. Well, who's going to want to become a customer and pay retail? No one in their right mind. No strings attached, totally risk-free. And so at the table, this is just something I've been doing, is I bring 3 or 4 wrapped items. So I have like a blinged out eye makeup remover, usually 2 gel masks, because the charcoal mask is in the starter bag and a lot of them buy that. But the gel mask is not, and neither is micellar water. So I bring those wrapped, full size, wrapped to the parties. And I say, oh my gosh, I have a gift for everyone who decides to fill out their agreement tonight. And so if you show that pilot program, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to have people that say, I'm all in. Like, who would not want to do this for the next 3.5 months, right? Because we did talk a lot about team building. Feedback from you guys. How many of you guys use something like that or would like to use something like that for your upcoming events, parties?
Oh, yeah.
I think, and that flyer is on boards and on Facebook. So you guys can actually just use it, laminate it, and take advantage of it. You could actually put them front to back. If you guys look at both of these flyers on Facebook, I'll just go back on here really quick. If you go back to this, you could literally put this on one side and this on the other.
Oh, yeah.
So you could do this, it's more generic-y, and then this explains, this kind of like tantalizes them and tempts them, and then this is the one, okay, so if you want to try it, here's the plan. So you could literally laminate these front to back. You could also put these in reorder bags. If every booth event, every event I do, when I go to Elk Grove to do that event in 2 weeks, I'm going to have both of these laminated in there. Try the pilot program. And maybe I'll even have gifts at the booth event if people want to sign up on the spot. How fun would that be to sign up a couple consultants while you're working a booth, for heaven's sake? Okay, any other feedback you guys want to share about the career opportunity, sharing the opportunity? Anybody share the career opportunity with anyone this week, aside from Cindy Sotelo sharing it with her beautiful daughter? Anybody talk to anybody about the career opportunity this week? I'd love to hear your experience.
Well, I did, Diane, but I have a lot of follow-up to do. So,
Okay.
you know.
Well, I'm making a video first thing tomorrow morning, and on the video, I'm going to ask you guys something, and some of you might roll your eyes and laugh at me, but I'm absolutely on a stack of Bibles hooked me up to a polygraph machine. I'm completely serious when I'm saying I want everybody to add one team member this month. Take your customer that spends the most money. Now, I know some of you are going to go, Diane, why would I do that? She spent $900 with me last year. I made $450. Gang, if you signed up a customer a week at the end of the year, just one a week, one customer a week that wants half off. At the end of the year, you're going to have 52 team members. Okay. If every month a third of them order, okay, that means you're going to have roughly 15 people a month place an order. You're going to be making a really good 13% check. You're also going to be eligible to become a director and all the perks that go along with that. So what if you just said every week I'm going to sign up one customer? And you are going to run into people like Lori, like myself, who said, I'm coming in for the discount. How many of you are those people? I'm curious, how many of you came in honestly? Your number one motivation originally was to get the discount. Who else came in just for the discount? Lori, myself, anybody else? All the rest of you joined to make money. Really? I think we're going to find some people in the chat that are going to say,
iPhone.
me, iPhone. So Sherry did the same thing, joined because Jana was selling her everything, retail. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, you guys. So let me get it to lower my hand here since my little box is thing. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the career opportunity. So one of the things I was going to also mention to you guys, are you asking? So here's what's interesting. I went to a jewelry demonstration about a month ago. And I kind of like going to other direct selling things because I like steal some of their ideas, right? Well, I mean, when you've been doing this long, I'm always up for a new idea. And one of the very first things the gal did is she gave us this really long piece of paper like this, numbered like 1 to 20. And she said, as I pass things around, just write it down if you even like it. Because at the end, I'm just curious if you guys all like the same thing. And then put a little star next to it as if you actually would love to have that for yourself. There's absolutely no obligation to buy anything. I just want to know what you like. So she'd hold up something, we're like, love those earrings. So we'd write down, silver earrings, whatever. And then at halfway down, she'd said, interested in getting everything above at a significant discount, talk to me about being a hostess. So it has it printed right in the slip. And then at the bottom, she says, if you've reached down here, forget being a customer, you really need to look at this opportunity. And I'm thinking, why are we not doing that? So she's literally saying to everybody that's there, why would you not want to join this company to get a discount? Now their discount's not 50%, I think it's 30. And it's not a consumable product, and not everybody needs jewelry. But the whole point of it was how she did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm going to tell you guys, if you will be intentional, it's what we talked about with Tony Robbins. We get into this pattern. How fast can I facial them? How fast can I sell them a miracle set? I want to walk out of here with a $300 sale. Personally, I would rather walk out with 0 in sales and 2 team members than a $300 in sale and no team members. Why? Because those team members are your future. You guys, do you know how fun it is to mentor and coach other women? If you guys all had Lori's and mine and Melanie's job for 24 hours, and then like Cinderella at the clock of midnight, y'all went back to wherever you are on the career path, you would run with high top sprint tennis shoes just to get to the position of directorship. It's that amazing. The extra perks that we get is really that amazing. All right. So we talked a little about the opportunity and team building. So please utilize those sheets. And so one of the things that Mary Kay always asks us to do is called the 4-point recruiting plan. Okay. And does anybody remember what point number 4 is? You pick somebody out of your party and say, Mary Kay says at every skincare class, there's at least 1 or 2 potential team members. I'm curious, who here has thought about, probably not Mary Kay, this is what I say, but who here has thought about running their own business? Maybe pet sitting, catering. Anybody thought of a side business? Everyone will raise their hand. So it's all about planting that seed. All right. So, all right, now we're going to get into a little bit on lead generating. So can I have maybe Lori share, maybe Julie, because she's really good at this, maybe Carrie share. What I'd like for you guys to do is tell me what is your number one favorite way to meet people. Julie Gushwell, I will say you are the queen of warm chatter booking. I watch her and I say, well, where'd you meet these people? When I was out walking, she's like you, Lori. She's out walking or bike riding or whatever, and she'll meet these amazing people. And I don't know exactly, and hopefully, Julie, if you can share for a minute, I apologize. I didn't call you in advance and prep you for this, but when we're just out doing life, you guys, when we're in a booth, we are giving the control of who comes out to whoever walks up. If we see a sharp lady clear across a park, we can't really run after her. Well, we could, but that's not a good idea. So we don't have control over who comes by our booth and fills out a slip. But when you're out at the mall or you're bike riding or you see a super sharp dressed woman or somebody who's super fun in the grocery store, talk to them. So Lori, what's your favorite way? And then I'll have Julie share.
Yeah, I'm like Julie. I love talking to people who are out walking, or my other thing, since she's going to talk about that, is oops, sorry. I've had any health challenges, any appointments that I need to get. I love talking to given the time, I love talking to the people who are offering me the healthcare service. Because one time I was one of those people. And so I like to appreciate people who give good service. So that's another way. I don't want to take up all the time.
I think, Lori, when you had a mammogram a couple months ago, you said, yeah, I booked the lady who gave me my mammogram. I'm thinking, that a girl, because you're there. She's a captive audience. You're like, well, while I'm here under this machine. Lori, do you have a go-to phrase or a comment or something that you say all the time or not?
I
Or does it depend?
my standard is usually is, are you familiar with Mary Kay? Do you have a Mary Kay person? Do you have a Mary Kay person? And some of them go, what? So then that tells you right there. They don't. So, and then I start talking about Mary. It's like what Mary Kay used to say, 3-foot rule, get within 3 feet of a woman and tell her the Mary Kay story. So, yeah, that's my go-to. Do you have a Mary Kay person? Do you have a Mary Kay person? I mean, it's probably sounds like a weird question out of the blue, but I'm comfortable with out of the blue things. So
I think that's great. No, I think that's absolutely fabulous.
the other thing too is I don't want to talk to them about Mary Kay. I mean, unless if they're already working with someone, then I want to affirm that. And if they're not working with someone, then I get to tell them.
Yeah, I no longer ask like, well, have you heard of Mary Kay or whatever, or do you know somebody? It's because they're going, oh yeah, my best friend's daughter's next door neighbor's cousin sells Mary Kay. Well, that's. So I always
No,
say,
are
do
you
you already have
working
somebody
with
in Mary
someone?
Kay taking care of you? I always say,
Oh,
do you
there
have
you
somebody
go.
in Mary
That's
Kay taking
better.
care of you?
That's better.
So, all right. Well, Julie or Lori, thank you for that. Julie, do you mind? I apologize. I didn't call you in advance or anything, but can you tell me, like, when you're out and about, I don't know how you meet all these people, but tell me what works for you?
I love to warm chatter, and I have cards, and I like your idea of putting shadows on them because I think that's really easy to to give away, but I also have gone with a little netted bag, not netted bag, but some of the bags that we've gotten like for uh, PCP gifts or something like that. I have used those and put samples in, different kinds of samples,
Uh-huh.
and uh, I've done. Um, I really like to do surveys. I love to do surveys because, women love to give their opinion. They love to share that. So I've had a lot of success with the foundation survey
Mm.
or, when I was going to the Y, I mean, got a team member because she filled out a survey and she was interested in the opportunity. It had a check mark box for the opportunity. So they tell you what they're interested in, and it depends on the survey. I have different ones that I've used, and then I can. They may even be color coded, like when I did them.
Okay.
But it's always good to mark those little things down and then to contact them right away.
Julie, it's so funny you should
So,
mention the
you know,
foundations. Huh?
but mostly I'd like to give away a sample and then get their phone number so I can follow up with the sample.
There
That's
you
my
go.
favorite way.
Nice. Well, it's so funny you should mention the foundation survey because that came originally from Mary Kay, the company. And it was when we launched our new foundations probably 10 years ago. And they came out with this, and there's two on a page, and it's on boards. It's also on our Facebook page. But I forget about that. But that survey, when I go up and I say, "Excuse me, do you ever wear foundation or CC cream?" And they go, "Well, sometimes." And I said, "Oh my gosh, would you be willing to give our company feedback? I'm a top consultant with Mary Kay." Or I'd say, I work in the beauty industry with Mary Kay Cosmetics. And if you will fill out the survey, I have a foundation primer sample for you. And they're like, really? And so they get all excited. So I give them a primer sample and I say, well, this survey is also going to enter you into a drawing for a professional foundation matching and a complete skincare and color makeover. And they're like, oh my gosh. And if they don't get excited, then I maybe not don't call them. But if they seem excited, then I try to book them right on the spot. But that honestly is one of my favorite surveys, Julie. I'm so glad you brought that up because I forgot about that. I used to carry a Mary Kay money bag with like 50 of those runoff on nice clean white paper ready to go. I'm going to get mine out, Julie. Thank you for reminding me.
One of the things that I'm just naturally friendly and I really like to talk to people. So I find reasons to talk to people
Okay.
because I'm very interested in people. And so I think when they are, that's a perfect time to introduce Mary Kay after you've had a conversation. So, uh,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, I'm just friendly. I like to talk while I'm in the line. I like to,
Yeah,
I'll say something to somebody in a parking lot.
there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Julie. I really appreciate that. Carrie McCurdy, do you have a quick second you can jump on and tell us what's your favorite way to meet people? Can you come? I know I didn't call you guys in advance. I apologize for that, but y'all are pros at this. So, all right, Miss Carrie, tell us what's your favorite way.
Well, I just talk to people usually. I always have samples because everything's on my car. People will flag me down or run in a parking lot and stop me. I have usually something that says I'm Mary Kay. Um,
You mean like you're wearing something like a t-shirt or a tote bag or a
a t-shirt or one of my bags. Usually it's one of my bags because I don't wear a lot of t-shirts during the business day. But I have rhinestone sunglasses and I'm usually pretty dressed, so people stop me all the time.
okay.
So,
So
and I'm
you
always
let them approach you more than
usually in pink.
so do you let them approach you more than you approach them?
It kind of depends on what's going on, but I've had people just walk up to me and go, "Are you in Mary Kay?" And I'm like, "Yes. How can I help you?" Usually I get their name and give them a sample. I always have samples.
Right.
So
Okay.
I
Well, that's
just
great.
suggest you always have samples.
Yep.
But the thing we're doing right now at Rose Shop is we're offering everybody lipstick samples to try a new lip for the upcoming holidays.
Oh, nice. And so
So
Rose So one of Carrie's friends owns a resale shop. And so Carrie gets business from that. She'll go in there and do a pop-up event there or go do customer appreciation or whatever. So all right. Well,
Yep.
thank you, Carrie. I really appreciate you for sharing that. All right. So you guys, everybody's going to find what is works best for them. Okay. And so some of you might be thinking, I'm not like Julie. I'm not going to go up and talk to people, or I'm not like Carrie. I don't have a decal on my car. But that doesn't mean you have to do what's best for you. But I will tell you, if I have samples on me, I can talk to anybody. If I don't have samples, which is almost never, but if like even if I go out, like we went to listen to a live band on Saturday, and we're in this outdoor, really super loud, like you could probably never warm chat or book anyone there. Anyway, I always because you never know who my waitress is going to be, and I always have at least two samples with in a cute organza bag with my business card. And we got a new waitress. She was super cute, and I'm whispering in her ear because the band was so loud. I'm like, I said, "Do you already have somebody in Mary Kay taking care of you?" And she's like, "What?" I said, "Do you use Mary Kay?" She said, "No." I said, "Can I give you a free sample?" She said, "Yes." So then when she brought us our bill, her name was on the bill. And so I said, "Can I text you to get your feedback?" And she said, "Yeah." And she gave me her phone number. So when you guys are just out doing life, take advantage of that because that's kind of the future, right? All right. So let's talk about what you guys can focus on. I'm going to share with you guys some stuff from Emily Schutte. Now, I'm going to post this because, first of all, let me, can I go to the very top of this? Yeah, I can. All right. So Emily, you guys all know who Emily Schutte is. She's a friend. She's an amazing top director, super creative. Like I just always said to her, I said, well, I'm just going to borrow all your stuff because amazing. All right. So first of all, I'm going to give you the link so you can access all this. Do not get lost in all this stuff. Okay, so don't feel like you have to. So this is her holiday selling workshop, and I'm going to share with you a couple things. This is similar to my video. I think her video is a little longer, but it basically launches the new stuff. This is great for you to send to a team member that maybe hasn't seen the new stuff, or I would send this to 10 customers and say, I'm going to be placing an order and I'm trying to anticipate what's going to be the hottest thing. Can you please text me back your 3 favorites? And it's got the compacts, the mint bliss with the free socks, so all of that. All right, but let's talk about what are consumers looking for right now in 2025. And this is really important. I hope you guys have a pen and paper handy because this is really important. So first of all, this is what people are looking for because you all know they're going to buy a lot. They say that they're expecting gift buying to be almost 80% virtual this year. They want value first and deal stacking. What does that mean? So instead of just a cute gift, make bundles like buy 3 mint bliss, get the fourth at half off. Buy 4 satin hands, get the fifth for free. Like I'll never forget, way back 15 years ago, a director friend of mine said, "Oh, only during the holidays do I buy 4 satin hands, get the fifth free." Now, at the time, I guess I wasn't thinking very big because I said, "Does anybody do that?" And she started laughing. She was dying. A whole bunch of my customers do it because guess what? The 4 they use as gifts, the fifth one that's free, they keep for themselves. I go, "Really?" So do the math, you guys. If they buy 4 at $38, give them the fifth for free. But here's the deal, it's bulk. If you had 4 customers do that, you just sold 20 sets of satin hands. Do you have 20 sets of satin hands on your shelf? I don't think so. So deal stacking is really big. All right, mobile first shopping. Remind to make it easy for your customers. You want to be able to click and buy. So whether you text them a form, you have a QR code. So maybe on your Facebook page, or if you're going to promote the career opportunity, whatever, have your personal QR code to your website on there. Make it easy for them to find you. Okay, if you guys don't have a current website, like if you aren't sure if you have a website, go in and search for yourself. And if you can't find yourself, if you don't know, you can also call me because I have a report of who has a website and who doesn't. But that's really key. You want to make it easy for them. Okay, buy now, pay later. This is a really big deal. And even though Mary Kay doesn't use a buy now, pay later program per se, you could do things. You could even say to them, oh my gosh, well, I'm doing a buy now, pay later. Or you could say, I'm doing a payment plan for all purchases made in October. Give me half now, the other half in 3 weeks. As long as they give you half, gang, that's enough for you to place the order before stuff sells out, right? And then you can wrap it and deliver it or whatever. So buy now, pay later is a way for you to say to them, it's okay if you want to get all your staff gifts. I'll make it worth your while. Okay. Emphasize payment flexibility. You can break it into two smaller payments if needed. Figure this out. How you'd want to do it is up to you. Social com- social commerce. Don't just post, but post with a buy button. So you could say, when you post something, you could say, you could even hold up a sign with your QR code in it after you do like a 30-second infomercial on Reels or on your private VIP page. Then maybe you hold up a sign that has your like huge QR code and say, something like to buy, find me, and then you could hold it up, right? So just realize you want it to be really, really easy for them. So if you're going to post stuff on a private VIP page on Facebook, you don't have to want them to go, oh my gosh, where's Diane's phone number? How do I get this? Or they'll make a little comment like, I'd like one, but you don't see the comment. So I'm just saying you want to really make it as easy as possible. Gift cards. Gift cards are really big. In fact, I talked to a acquaintance of mine and we know an esthetician in common. And so she said, yeah, last year, she said, I bought all six of my employees an esthetician gift card. Now, at the time, I didn't know this gal. And she said it wasn't the best experience. It turned out that the gal didn't have a very good demeanor. And when she sent these six staff members to her, all six of the staff members said, yeah, the service was okay. They weren't very impressed. And this girl spent, I think, $75 on each gift card. So, do your clients know that they can get a gift card? Now, the gift card could get tucked into things. A gift card with a brush set, a gift card with a roll up. What I love to do is a gift card with an empty compact. Oh my gosh, especially if you have the palettes, a woman could go nuts. That's my favorite gift to give a husband is the brushes, a palette, and $100 gift card. Well, $100 gift card isn't even close to come filling that, but she could put a bronzer in there, a cheek color or two, and some shadows and all that. So, gift cards and experience bundles. You could offer a spa night for two. So somebody might say, I would love to give my wife a gift. Say, well, what about getting a spa night for two? How much would that be? Well, you could do it for 99, 199, or 299. I will come and do because you're going to do the spa night for free, right? But then they get to buy products. You can also come up with things like the Teen Starter Skincare Kit instead of just product. And you guys on section 2 right now can get those cardboard boxes. And I'm not promoting section 2, but if you have them, they kind of, one of the boxes has lips and the other box looks like this. All right. So you could put in here a thing called the Teen Starter Kit. And it could have the teen mini skincare. It could have maybe a full size micellar water. Maybe you even go to Dollar Tree and you get a half a pack of those cotton rounds. Put that in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you could make a really fun teen starter kit. You could put a charcoal mask in here depending on the price point. So instead of just being products, it could be an experience, a teen experience. Maybe you even go on Amazon or someplace and get a cute headband. And you can put the headband in here. So when they open it, it's like, oh my God, mom, look what I got. Because it says, be beautiful, be confident, be you. I guarantee you, girls are so obsessed with skincare right now that that could be a really good thing. And the last thing is fast fulfillment. Porch pickup or same day drop off can really be a competitive edge. And I always tell people, and this is super important, let everyone know it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to cover with you. Now, this is the other thing, and I really want to encourage you guys to print this out. This, you can click down here. If you guys have a financial why, okay, so let's say you want to buy, let's say you want a new dining room set. You're hosting Christmas and your current table seats 8 and you have 14 people coming over and you're like, I want to go buy a new set. Maybe you found one at Costco you want or whatever, and maybe it's $2,000. Put a picture of that dining room set right here. Literally put your picture on there. And then what you're going to do is you want to use your cash Christmas to buy that dining room set. So you have to figure out how much you're going to profit. So you divide your profit. If the table, let's say the table's $1,800, so you need to profit 1,800. You're going to 0.4 is what you're going to divide it by. And then it's going to give you the dollar amount of how much to sell. So it'll probably say you've got to sell $4,500 to profit 1,800 or whatever. And then it's going to say, okay, so if my goal is 4,000, how am I going to break this down? Your wholesale, your section 2. So this is a really fun thing because Mary Kay used to tell us a tracked number grows. If you're doing a booking relay and you're tracking bookings, guess what you're focusing on? Bookings. If you're focused on your weight and you weigh yourself every day, not that your weight would grow, but you know what I mean? It's like whatever you're focusing on is what's going to get bigger and better. All right. So she explains in this thing, Emily does, is about how much you want to profit. So you got to figure out your profit, your retail sales goal. What's your per face average? Maybe you're new and you don't even have a per face average. It's like, okay, well, then use the company's per face average. That's $75. And I would say that's very easy to do. Okay, so it's going to go over having a set of face goal. So these are all important things that you guys can use. And then, of course, making a list of all the people that you buy gifts for. Those are all important things. So one of the things I was going to talk that Lori and I were brainstorming about today is, okay, so it's October. What is October? Well, it's not October yet, but it's coming up to October. So what are some of the things that we can do for October and September? So in Emily's email, I'll just go back to this super quick. And you guys, I'm going to send all of you this link. Some of you are really going to step up your game for social media. So this, Marty, this is the thing I was talking to you about. Here are holiday and season reels and story starters. So for September, it could be like you could have like all the fall and holiday, all the fall product. I don't want to call it holiday yet. You could have it in here and say unboxing our new fall holiday line. Wait until you see what's inside this eyeshadow palette. And you could literally hold up just the palette. And it's a teaser, right? And then maybe the next picture is the palette like up close, right? You could say like the number one product I predict will sell out from our holiday launch, calling it now, and you say what it is. So I'm not going to go over all these, but these are all suggestions. Or I'm opening up 5 spots this month for all fall facials. Want one? So these are fun little blurbs. If you're not a creative person, steal theirs. All right. Here gives you a whole nother one for just October. And it goes on and on. All right. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about, would you guys all agree though that right now, not only giving wish list, and this is a great wish list because I love this because it's a half page. Here are your favorite things, but they might give you more than one Santa because what your mom will buy for you is different than what your husband or boyfriend will buy for you. So they might say, okay, the people who are find it difficult to buy for me are my sister, my mom, and my husband. Say, great, put all their names down. That's also helpful because if the mom says, oh, I already finished shopping, you still have 2 more Santas to call. All right, so that's super important. But I want to scroll down here and share something with you. So yes, this is a special deals, but I specifically want to talk to you about this. How many of you would love to see more people this month? Like literally in the next, between now and October 15th, how many of you guys would like to triple the amount of people you're going to see? Anybody else interested in that? All right. So here's what I'm going to tell you can do is take both of the fall holiday, I don't want to use the word holiday at all. Grab both of the fall compacts, grab all 4 of the fall cheek colors, and grab both of the fall the tinted lip balms, right? And this is the best text I think I've probably ever heard, and I just love that Emily came up with this. But it says in here, booking glam slams. Okay, so you could do this top one. So it says women love to be models and give their opinion versus I need your help and I need 15 faces. This is not the time of year to say, I really need your help. I've got to do 15 more faces this week. No, you could say, hey, I really need your opinion on the fall stuff. So ask your customers if they'd enjoy hosting a fall glam slam in exchange for a 50% off shopping spree. I guarantee you they are. Now, let's say she's super busy, isn't interested in that. You could always do this, which offers them a free gift card for giving you their input. All they've got to do is so it says, hi blank, I just got our new fall product in and I'm in love with them. I'm looking for feedback on the new items so I know what products people are going to prefer for the holidays. And I thought I'd ask you because I know you love our products. Any chance you'd be free this week to get a quick sneak peek? As a thank you, you'll get a free gift card for giving me your input. So this could be a drive-by where you stop into her house, you're there 15, 20 minutes because you're going to take, Emily puts hers, you guys, it's not super cute. She puts hers in the zipper mesh pouch that a train mirror goes in. She literally takes all of her fall product and shoves it in the zipper pouch and pulls it out. That's like it. You could do something like this if you want to up it a little bit. I personally would put the full-size perfume in there because you're going to take the oil, and if they don't want to try the oil on, they could try the perfume. Anyway, so these, you guys could book a whole bunch of these. In fact, let's say Carrie was my customer and she called today to order 3 pieces of the repair and maybe an eye makeup remover. Then I might say, Carrie, you know what? I am so glad you called. I was going to call you because I just got my new fall products in. I'm in love with them. When I come by to drop off your product, could you give me a little time for a quick sneak peek? As a thank you, I'll give you a gift card. She's going to go say, okay. And then I'm going to say, if she says, okay, then I'm going to say, I'll double your gift card. If you could make it a girls' night when I pop by to drop off your reorder tomorrow night, could you have at least 3 or more friends come by? She might say, yeah, Don, I'll grab a couple neighbors, or I've got my two daughter-in-laws are going to be here. So yeah, I'll just grab one more. And you could double her gift card, maybe make it from 10 to 20. But again, she's already a good customer. Now, this is the one I love, and this is the one I'm using tomorrow. Hi, Lori. I got my new fall products in, and I'm in love with them. I have space for 5 customers to get a special once in a season 50% off shopping spree in exchange for hosting an easy but fun fall glam slam. Would you like more details? Okay, you guys, curiosity is going to kill them. Women are nosy by nature. Lori, even if Lori isn't sure she has time, she's going to go, yes, I want more detail. Because she can always say no later, right? So she's going to say yes. When she says yes, this is what I'm going to send her. We will get together and I'll bring all the new fall holiday glamour palettes, cream cheek colors, and tinted lip balms. We'll play with all the products, play a fun game or two, and a couple fun freebies. For having 3 women join you, you'll get 50% off everything. Anything and everything you'll want that day. No client in their right mind is going to pass up a half off shopping spree. Now, when I saw this, I thought, okay, so like, do you do skincare with them? What do you do? So you could do a couple things. You could wash their face with micellar water. Not ideal, but you could. Give them a quick antioxidant moisturizer, the primer, and some CC cream. Just really, really quick and let them put it on. If they have on eyeshadow, you could not take off the mascara, but you could just give them some eye makeup remover and take off the shadow if they want to put on the new palettes. Give them take lots of sponge tips, lots and lots of sponge tips, so they can play with those colors. Or if they don't want to do it on themselves, you can say, well, we can just do everything on the back of your hand. Because what'll happen when you do that glam slam, and playing a couple games could be something fun. It could be a ticket game like, what year did our company start? How old was Mary Kay when she started Mary Kay Cosmetics? Like, you could just play a fun ticket game. But I really think you guys could each book at least 2 or 3 of these and 2 or 3 of these within the week. I guarantee if you wanted to run with this, you could literally run with this. So if you want to take a picture of this screen, you can. I can also send this out to you, but if you want to take a picture of this, I highly, highly suggest you do that. In fact, you know, I think I'll go ahead and do that right now because then I could post that immediately. So for those of you guys who aren't able to get the link or whatever, then let me go in here and send this to you really quick. All right, what I would love really quick, you guys, as we wrap things up, I'd love your feedback. Tell me what you think of these scripts. Like them, don't like them. Give me your feedback. What do you think? If I called you and used that script, what would you say? How many of you would say yes? I would say yes, especially for a half off shopping spree.
I would say yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Melanie loves a glam slam. So iPhone 166, I think that's Felicia. Would you say yes to getting some people together for a half off shopping spree, or would you want to just do the quick drive by in the back of your hand for a gift card
I would want to get people together
and get the half off shopping spree?
and get the half off shopping spree.
Oh my God, you guys. And here's the deal. If I got that, I would probably take both compacts because I'll decide which one I want to keep for me and I'd give the other one to my daughter. I may not know which one I'm going to keep, but I would want one of each and then give one and keep one. So I think these scripts are really, really going to work. I think you guys are going to super love all of this. So this is the perfect month to lead generate. So the last thing I wanted to close with, and we have 1 more minute, is the breast cancer awareness. In Emily Schuette's script, there is some stuff about breast cancer awareness. So here's just 2 or 3 quick ideas. One idea is to go on Amazon. I did go on Amazon and I put in my cart. I think I already closed Amazon off here, but I went in my cart and I saw that you can buy 200 silk roses for $50. Now, I know a lot of people use wooden roses because those only cost you 10 cents each. You could also go to Dollar General and get a couple bouquets of roses. Ideally, I love pink ones, but you could do pink or red or yellow or whatever, and just get wire cutters in your garage and cut them because I think you get 5 or 6 roses for $1.25. And then I would come home, go outside, and spray them all with Confidently You. What a perfect name of a fragrance to spray when you're on breast cancer awareness, right? And then I would attach to each and every one of them, whether you staple it with a stapler onto a leaf, but you could staple your business card with a sample and or just put your business card, and on the back of the business card, you just make a little Avery label and you could put on the back of that card. This entitles you to a fall makeover and $10, $15 worth of product. And here's what I would say. If I handed one of those flowers to Connie, I'd say, well, Connie, I walk in and Connie works for a CPA. And I said, oh my gosh, you guys, it's It's Working Women's Appreciation. I'm doing this in honor of breast cancer awareness. I have a flower for each and every one of you in the office. No obligation, but here's a flower. And do not lose the business card that's attached to that because it is worth $15. You can apply that toward free mascara. You can apply it toward anything you want. And if you guys would like to, and then you just hand them a little slip and say, and I'm doing a fall glam. You could even say I'm doing a fall glam slam for 3 offices in the area. So if everyone in the office wants to fill out a slip, the more slips from one office, the better chance you have of winning. Because I'm going to draw 3 winners. One, so you, in other words, what you're doing is you're going into like a dental office, giving them out a rose, and then hopefully you're connecting with people. You can get a ton of leads. And just when you're out and about, you can just hand out roses and get names and numbers. Because everybody's been touched by cancer in one way or another, a sibling, a parent, a friend. So it's an opportunity to meet people. So take advantage of that, you guys. In Emily's email, there's more tips on breast cancer awareness. But I am going to tell you what I'm going to focus on, and we've updated all of our chemo care stuff. So all the chemo care stuff on the boards is all updated for the gifts. It's a $30, I think it's, or it's $36. So go on to boards. There's a receipt on there. There's the inspirational card. And so I would go out, you guys, I would take a chemo care package with you if you're going to call on businesses, but chemo care packages, I need help. And if you're not local to me, I know that every one of you live near a place where if you walked in with 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 gifts for them to give, I will tell you they don't want anything scented. So it's usually satin lips and a hand cream. Unscented hand cream. That's their hot thing. So what I will tell you guys is I'm going to focus, and I could use all of your help between now and October 15th. I'm going to go laser focus on chemo care packages because I would really love to take to the Bass Care Center in Walnut Creek. I would really love to take over 100 of those. And then on October 16th, I'm switching gears and I'm doing all about adopted grandparent. So whether you're local to me or not, you guys, it gives you a chance when you drop those off in an oncology business, you can say, well, I also do staff pampering that's free. Who could I talk to? And they'll go, oh my gosh. And trust me, it will blow you away because you're doing a service, but you're also making a difference. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight. I would love to answer any questions.